And we're live. Hello, guys. It's Kuya Sok once again. I'm doing my live chat by myself this time. So, good evening from New York, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening sa lahat ng nanonood sa akin from different parts of the globe. So, ngayon, once again, I'm here to talk about my online business. And ang topic natin ngayon is about, I'm gonna flash the topic on the screen that we're gonna be talking about tonight. So it's learning about our online business through our free webinar. So ang topic na ito ay hindi talaga something new because I have been repeating myself in all my lives with by myself or with my guests in my live chat because ang free webinar na ito is actually the first step in the process of learning about my online business. But before we go into the details of that, sorry about that one. Kumusta kayong lahat, guys? I hope everything is okay with you. I hope your Wednesday has been uh, a fruitful, a blissful one, a fruitful one, a blessed one for everybody. Okay, so by the way, let me introduce myself once again. Ako si Kuya Sok, originally taga Bohol in the Philippines and have been residing here in the US in New York for more than 20 years. Napunta ako dito ah, para magturo sa public school system sa New York, and I have been doing that for 20 years, and retired na ako from a teaching job, and I started my online business before ako nag-retire, and I have been in the business for a little over a year now. So ang online business na ito is in general something new to me. So as I have said, and I have to repeat this once again, na I'm the kind of person who's not inclined to business. Wala akong experience sa business. Hindi ako masyadong tech savvy. In fact, all the things that I have to use technologically in my online business are all something new. Of course, I have a background in technology because I was a teacher, but it was all about teaching, all about grading, which were different in a lot of ways sa technological demands that I have to learn so that I can do my business. But once again, it was something that I did not have to worry about because this online business is designed for people who don't have the experience in business, for people who are not tech savvy. So what do I mean by that? Right? We have free access to online training, and the training will start from the most basic. Besides that, we also have a weekly live sessions, right? And each episode will talk about strategies, a lot of other things that I can learn from, or anyone uh, who is in this global online business community can learn from and apply into our respective businesses because we need to because the bottom because even if we have the help from our mentor and coach. And I have to emphasize that also that besides the free online training that they have access to, we are also assigned a mentor and a coach who will guide us every step of the way. But then again, despite those help, every single one of us is still responsible in putting in the effort and grow our respective businesses. Okay? So don't get me wrong. So every single one of us is still responsible in the success of our respective businesses because every single one of us is responsible in putting in the effort because we need to grow our business in order to be successful in this endeavor. All right. Now, um, as I've said a while ago in the beginning that almost everything in this online business was new to me. All right. But there is a small part of it which is very similar to what I used to do for most of my life, which was teaching, right? Because in this online business, once you become an online business owner, you are going to learn to become an online business, an online business mentor. All right. So I am proud to say that I am now a mentor. Okay. And I have the opportunity, just like what I used to do back then in the classroom when I was a teacher, to mentor other people by presenting to them the options uh, that we can provide those who would like to join this online business, right? To become online business owner themselves and eventually become online business mentor. Okay. So the bottom line here is you are learning as you go to become an online business mentor. Okay. To your business partners, to the people who will connect with you and who would like to learn the business and eventually join the business. And it is my responsibility as a mentor to guide together with my coach and the online trainings that these people will have access to once they become an online business owner themselves, right? In the process also of learning and becoming an online business mentor themselves. Okay? That's how it is. So, somehow, parang hindi na rin strange sa akin ang the bottom line of um, this online business in being a mentor. Kasi um, that was what I did for more than 30 years because I was a teacher for more than 30 years. I had experience in the Philippines, and of course, the most part of my teaching experience was here in the US, in New York. Okay, so although it's on a different setting because I'm not doing it in the classroom, but I'm doing it virtually or online. Okay, because this is a digital business, it is an online business. Everything has to be done virtually, or it has to be done online. Okay, so but then again, even if you're not a teacher, this is for everybody. Okay. So everybody can have access to the free webinar in order to learn the business for free. Okay. So we provide you with information enough for you to have a knowledge about this business and enough for you to figure out for yourself whether this is for you or not. Okay, because everybody will be given the chance to have access to the free webinar, and the only thing that we need from you is your email address. But then again, to figure out if it is for you or not, it boils down into yourself, into your own decision, into your own way of figuring out whether para ba sa iyo ito or hindi. Okay? So, by watching the free webinar, which is the first step in the process, right? You'll be able to learn about the business. At the same time, you can figure it out through that information provided in the video of the free webinar, whether para ba sa inyo ito or hindi. And let's say, for example, you found out na hindi para ito sa inyo, then you don't need to move on to the next step. And we're not forcing you to move on to the next step because that's not what we do here. We only do attraction marketing. We do attraction marketing by sharing our journey, by sharing our story on how has life been with every single one of us as online business mentors or as online business coaches or as online business owners themselves in this global online business community. Okay. And you will also have that opportunity once you decide to join and become an online business owner yourself. Okay. So if you are going to learn about the business through me, then eventually I will be your mentor. That is, if you decide to join in the business after learning about the business through our free webinar. And there's another way for you to I'll learn about the business, which is through a free info session. And this time it's quite different because we're doing it through a virtual Zoom meeting. So it's kind of like a live uh, type of um, information drive about the business, right? And it's being handled by a panel of coaches uh, in our online business community. And this will give you the chance to speak to them, all right, during the info session, during the Zoom meeting. A chance for you to get clarified on by asking questions to these coaches about the business. Okay. And one very important thing about our free info session also is we are giving out free gifts to those who are joining, right? But we're only giving that to three people, all right? There's a We have the mechanics on how to do that, and you will know it when you join the free info session. And just like the free info session, I know the free webinar. I'm sorry about that. We need your email address. You don't worry about the email address. It's going to be safe in our online system. Okay. Now, so um, this is a smart way to build an income, right? Why? Because if you are a busy professional or a busy employee, of course, which is currently your priority, you can still do this online business without quitting your job. Why? Because it's doable. That is why it is a smart way to build an income, an extra income, in addition to how much salary you're getting from your job, because it's doable, it's portable. The time that you can spend for the online business is flexible, all right? Because you can, it's only you who will decide on what time of the day or how much time you're going to be spending for this online business. Of course, if you're working, if you're busy at work, if you're that should be your priority, you can only use a portion of the available time. By available time, it's the time that you're free from your work. Okay, so and you can spend even 30 minutes. Okay, but it all depends on you. You're the only one who will decide on how much time you're going to spend for your own online business. That's how it is. Okay, so hindi ka dinidiktahan kung ah, ilang oras ba ang kailangan mong gawin for the business on a regular basis. Okay? Hindi din kayo dinidiktahan kung ano bang kailangan ninyong gawin every day, right? For your online business. No, you you decide that for yourself. Okay? So, that's meant to say that you can do this at your own pace. Okay? So of course, you don't have much time to do it when you're still a busy employee or a busy professional, because of course, it's very obvious na at the moment, yun ang inyong priority, right? But it's okay if you can just do some like a little portion of your available time for your online business. Not really on a regular basis at first, because you may not have the time sometimes to do the business, but it's still okay, all right? Because as I've said, you can do this at your own pace, right? And the time to do it is flexible. You can do it anytime during the day, whenever you are free, whenever you have the available time, right? And with that, it's very obvious that you don't need to be glued to your cell phone or your laptop to do the business 24 hours, because there's no need for you to do that, because 90% of the heavy lifting for this online business is done through our automated system. Yes, we have a system, and systems have become what do you call this? An advantage, right? Play an advantage in the in the modern way of doing business. Okay, and we have that in our online business. It's automated system. 90% of the heavy lifting in our online business is done through automation. Okay, so that is why you don't need to be glued to your laptop or your uh, cell phone, because those are the gadgets that you need to use to work on your online business. You don't have to be glued to any of those gadgets 24 hours every day, or yes, because a big part of the job is done through automation. Okay, so automation, I would like you to think about it, and if you want to know about it, well, you can start learning about the business, and you can join our free info session. You can move on to the coaching call, right? Which is the next step of the process in order to learn about automation and eventually join the business, right? Because as you go, as you keep going and putting in the effort for the business, that's when you have clarity on what automation is all about. That really helps us who are in the business grow our business. Okay? So you're hearing it from me, who is someone not tech savvy, and I'm talking about the technological demands of this online business, and someone who's not inclined to business and did not have any experience in business. All right. So you don't have to worry about those concerns if you have that, because as I've said, this online business is designed for beginners. It's designed for those who don't have the experience in business, who are not tech savvy, because we have the learning resources that will help us, that will help you, right? Be equipped, right? With all the learnings that you need to get and apply into your own business once you decide to become an online business owner yourself. All right. So, um, going back into, well, I'm just talking everything about our topic for today, which is learning about our online business through our free webinar. That is the first step. Again, as I've said, the free webinar has a video that will give you enough information that will let you learn about the business. And that information is also enough for you to figure out whether this is the right fit for you or not. Okay? So, besides the free webinar, we also have another way of learning about the business, which we also consider um, as another step in learning about the business, which is similar to the free webinar, but then again, it's being done through a Zoom live meeting, right? In which you will have the chance to speak and ask questions to our panel of coaches. Okay, so those are the two ways in which you could learn about the business, and it is for free. What we only need from you to have access to the free webinar and the Zoom link for the free info session is your email address. Okay. If you want to learn the business through me, all you need to do is to uh, reach out to me, all right, by sending me your email address, or you can do it by registering your name and email address on my website that you can see on the screen, which is um, let me hide this, www.soclamuchadigital.com. Okay, so that's how you'll be able to have access to the free webinar or to the Zoom link for the free info session. Okay, just like what I said. If after learning about the business, you would found out na hindi ito para sa inyo, then you don't need to move on to the next step. And you don't need to inform me that you're not interested to move on to the next step. That's how it works here. We are not forcing you to join. Because we're not recruiting. We are not bugging friends and family members to mag-join. We're not doing direct selling. Okay, we're doing attraction marketing, and by attraction marketing, we share our story, our journey in this online business, our lifestyle to our audience. Okay, using social media as leverage. Okay, so if I happen to steer your curiosity about my online business, about our global online business community. Yes, we are global. Okay, that is why even if uh, nakabase ako dito sa New York, if I have to travel to the Philippines, which is the country of my country of origin, I can still do business over there, right? It's global. Okay, so you're not only restricted to do business on where you are located, but also on where you're going to travel to, because you can take the business with you. All right. Even if you just have your cell phone and a good connection, you can make things work for your online business with just that gadget to use uh, to do something for your online business. Okay. So again, you can reach me through my website that you can see on the screen, or you can just message me with your email address. You can check on, you can message me. So I would like you to check for my Facebook page, Sok Lamucha Digital, or my personal profile or personal account, which is Noy Jose. Okay, so both ways it works. Okay, that's how we can connect with each other. That is, if you want to learn about this online business, which you can, which in which you will have access for free. Your what I need from you, what we need in our online business from you is your email address. Okay, so I hope you have learned a lot from my live chat for tonight, guys. So thank you so much for being with me tonight, and to those who will be able to see the replay of this video, I hope that you will uh, be inspired to learn about the business. Okay, and you know what to do. Okay, you can reach out to me through my website, or you can just message me uh, with general question or your email address uh, through my messenger. Okay, Soklamucha Digital, or my personal Facebook profile or account, Noy Jose. Okay, bye for now, guys. Bye.